Now, from my experience, I know a lot of real estate investors. I can actually say like 50% of real estate investors, particularly people that buy land or do land investments, a lot of them have bought land from different real estate companies, different real estate developers here and there, consecutively, simultaneously, and they usually delay paying the other fees, the statutory fees, which are the survey, the deed, and development levy. Now, is there any danger in you delaying paying the statutory fees for your land or for the house that you are buying? Now, that's what we are assessing and analyzing in this episode of Meet the Property Guy. So if you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this Meet the Property Guy property channel, and this will discuss everything real estate that you want to buy, invest, sell a property here in Nigeria. We share tips, guides, and advice on what to look out for, where to look out for, the different locations, the different risks that are attached to buying real estate or investing in real estate. So after watching this particular video, we have so much previous topics we have covered on real estate investment, real estate companies, buying land in Lagos, different land scams and land frauds here in Lagos, that you're also going to learn a lot from. So let's go into the topic. Is there any danger in delaying the other fees, or should I be paying the other fees immediately after I finish payment for the land or for the house? Now, first and foremost, this is my advice. Anytime you buy a property, immediately you finish the payment for the land or for the house, please pay the statutory fees immediately. If you can't pay it immediately after you finish the payment for the land and the house, set a maximum of 3 months. Within 3 months, make sure you clear the payment for the survey, the deed, development, or whatever that you have to pay on that property. Clear every payment. And the reason why I'm advising this is because a lot of these real estate companies and these real estate developers are smart. Actually, they are very smart. They have devised a way in hooking your allocation to paying these other fees. Although a lot of investors are fine with that okay, let me just buy the land. At least I have my land with you guys. When I pay my other fees, survey, deed, and development levy, I can have my land. Maybe when I'm ready to develop it or when I'm ready to sell that property. But that's not always the case. Trust me, that's not always the case. The more you are delaying paying these other fees, and you are having the confidence, the false confidence that my land is safe. I have so land in so location, I have so land in another location from so company, and you have not gotten an allocation, a physical allocation of your property. Trust me, the investment and the land you have with them is not 100% safe. So if you want to have a 100% assurance on the land and the house that you have bought, pay for the land, pay for the house, pay for all the documentation and all the statutory fees that are required for you to pay, and get your physical allocation ASAP. That's the only way you are 100% guaranteed of having a property in that particular estate. Secondly, allocation on all estates is usually first come, first serve. So you bought an estate at pre-launch, or you bought it within like maybe 2 or 3 months after the estate was launched. But because you delayed paying the other fees, you didn't get your allocation in time. By the time you now cleared the other fees, you are now being given the last plots or the last streets in the estates, because they have already allocated all the land at the front. Or may even be more unlucky, and they have allocated all the high land, dry land in the estates. What they are now allocating you is the slopey parts or the waterlogged parts of the estate. So you can see that it's not worth it. So if you buy an estate early, get your allocation early too. Pay the other fees. If you are buying an estate at pre-launch, after you finish your payment for the land, ensure that the first allocation on that estate, you are among them, so that you can get the prime locations in that particular estate, the frontal plot, the corner piece plot, the dry land, the nice part of the estate. You have your land there, because you buy a land now, 2020 you bought the land, 2020 you did not pay the other fees, they now allocate you. 2021 you did not pay the other fees, they now allocate you. Now 2022 you are now paying the other fees. Definitely like 60 or 70% of the estate would have already been allocated. So you are definitely going to be allocated down part of the estate, the later part of the estate. So that's why, as I advised before, immediately you finish payment for the land, clear the other fees. So if you are buying a land of 1 million, at the time that you are buying it, be adding the other fees to your financial plan. I pay the 1 million within the next 2 months, I pay the other fees 50% or 20%, depending on how you want to pay. Just ensure you clear it within 3 months and you get your physical allocation as fast. Now lastly, this one I find it very ridiculous, and a lot of people make this mistake. You can't sell a property that you have not been physically allocated, because you have receipts of payment to show that you paid to a particular real estate company, and you have a contract of sale. Does not mean you can sell that property, because you don't have any land to show. You don't have any house, any physical house to show that this is my own. So you can't sell. So even if you are buying for investing, you are buying to later resell, you are buying for land banking, at the time that you want to sell that property, you can't sell, because the only thing you have is just papers. You don't have a land, you don't have any physical plot to show that this is my plot in this estate. You don't have any physical streets to go to that this is where I have my property in this estate. So even if you are buying as investment, is even more reason for you to clear the other fees, so that you have your physical allocation and you have a physical property you can take any buyer to, that this is the property I want to sell. And then you have documents, deed of assignment and survey, and that's why the survey is very, very important, because the survey will always show the exact plot, the exact size of the property that you have in that particular estate. So you have documents to also back it up, that this is the property I want to sell and this is the document I have on it, and then whoever I want to buy it can verify and then buy that property. But without having a physical allocation, you only pay for the land, you only pay for the house, you not pay the other fees, you not get physical allocation, you can't sell that property, you can't sell nada, you can't sell anything. And God will catch you again. The company will have sold out that property by the time you go back to them that you want to start paying the other. So you can see that it's not really worth it. So if you are buying for investment too, it's very, very important you clear the ancillary fees, get your deed, get your survey, get your physical allocation, and then you know that you have that property that you can sell, depending, or you can rent out or lease out or do anything that you want to do with it at any point of time. So if you have questions regarding this, maybe there's any property you bought before, you not pay the other fees, there's a property that you intend to buy right now and then you are looking at the other fees, or you have some questions about those other fees, what they are for in terms of the survey, the deed of assignments, or which of these other fees should you pay first, you can also drop a comment. You can drop a comment below here, and we are going to attend to that. And again, the statutory fees doesn't only apply to when you buy a property from a real estate company. If you buy a property from an individual too, or from a family, it's also very important you also consider these other fees too, particularly in terms of documentation. Pay a surveyor to do a survey plan for you. Pay a lawyer to prepare a deed for you, and ensure the person that you paid for that property sign the deed. It's also very, very important. If you don't have a property, you are built there, you'll be staying there, you don't have any documents apart from receipt. Receipt is not a title. Receipt doesn't show proof of ownership. So you need a deed, you need a survey to also back up your ownership of that property. So you also need to also integrate this to any property that you are buying, even outside an estate too. So that's it. That's the dangers of you delaying paying these other fees, getting your documentation, getting your physical allocation of your property. And that's why it's very important that you should try as much as possible, that immediately you are finishing payment for your land, you are finishing payment for your house, try to clear the statutory fees that comes with this property. So I think number one, property on the planet, your property advisor, your property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. Thanks once again for watching our video. Thanks once again for learning from our guides, from our tips, from following our channel, from commenting, liking, sharing our videos. We appreciate you guys so much. And we try as much as possible to bring in new topics, find a lot that you can come out here and share with you guys, so that you can know what to avoid, know the right steps to take when you are investing in real estate. Thanks once again, and see you very soon.